left and it's a bit easier. Come straight, just to carry a bit more speed. There's the harder, there's a bit of exposure. Don't let it bend too tight. Through the trees, down and around, let it go. Okay, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for joining me this morning. For all those new to the channel, I'm Russ, and this is my series of a locals guide to, and today it's going to be Caerphilly Mountain, or more specifically the Warren on Caerphilly Mountain. You guess where I am. We're at the Caerphilly Mountain snack bar, so plenty of facilities, plenty of parking if you're driving in. At the moment the toilets aren't open because of the current situation. But essentially that way to Cardiff and that way down to Caerphilly town. So the routes we're going to be taking today are going to start over in that far left hand corner of the car park, which leads us straight over to the main trails. There's maybe 9 individual trails that we'll look at today, maybe 10, depending on how we call it. I'll try and do it in an order that makes sense so you can come back up and follow the route. There are 2, I suppose, steeper, more technical ones later on, which we're going to access internally from the Warren. But if you wanted to start there, then you would just follow this road around for sort of 500 miles, take a left on the lane that leads down to Van Road, and basically after the farmers' fields they start just as the on the left, just as the forest starts. But I'll point that out when we're there. So thanks again. Let's get into the trails. So as this starts off the car park, we do share it with walkers, dog walkers. Obviously just be careful, but it's a nice 30-second pedal in to the start of the trails. On the left here is where the uplift comes in, if you like, just down there, what we call a dry riverbed. That brings you back to the top. You've got fence line on your right, but we'll take this route on the left, which gives you all the options. Again, the walkers tend to take fence line. Rain last night, so although it's quite dry in here, I'm expecting the routes to be a tad wet in places. This was covered in my flow series. If you've not seen that, get back on the main menu and check it out. With a few trees down as well, that's just changed things slightly. That one, get the legs working. So we've kind of got a couple of options here. We're going to take the first option on the left, which is into what we call dark wood, and once we're in there we've got 2 options. So again, we'll go left and left. Little drop, which you can roll if you want, straight through, kind of a berm, little roll, or a jump into a tight berm. You kind of get lost in here a little bit sometimes. Normally go down there, but they're cutting it off because they're camping. A little jump there, so a little bit of speed. You can roll it, a little bit of slop. Nice and tacky. This is where I joined Darkwood 1 and Darkwood 2 together. Gotta make sure you're in the right gears, guys. It's killed me flow. We'll be joined on the bottom of the next one. Around the roots. Little drop or a roll to finish. Over the push-up track and down. And then we're on the, I suppose, the middle fire road, which every trail basically comes up. That eventually leads you down to the bottom of Van Road. This is a push-up track. We'll do that next probably. I want to go back up now, up Riverbed, and then come back down Darkwood number 2. And what we're going to do is I'll record the up just so you can understand what that looks like, but I'll speed it up at the same time. Okay, so let's get to the top. Yeah, my cassette is in need of a dial change. I've got my 36 stuff is gone, so I'm waiting on an 1140 and an 1146 to come, and I'll let you know how that gets on. Anyway, excuse the breathing, probably pushed too hard again, but that's the top of Riverbed as we call it, although ironically it's not a riverbed, but that's the general way up. Back at the top, so we'll go back along and I'll pick up where we turned left and dropped into Darkwood, and this time we'll go right and track 2. Okay, so here we are back on that main line, just about to turn left again and drop into Darkwood. There's a couple of options on your right to pedal around, so turn right, watch these routes, straight through. This tree with the bark missing, you want to go left. This one's probably the hardest one to navigate round, to be honest. Pick your line, watch where you're going, kind of makes sense. As you come in a bit more, it's a bit tight. It's one that we don't do as often. Come around this bend, straight over this log on the brakes, because you want to be going sharp left, not straight on. Catch that bend, up and high, back around, join the bottom of track 1 for these pumps, left over the roots, little drop or keep to the right so you can roll it, go straight on, all through the trees, and you're back onto that push-up track and the middle fire road, which then takes us back up. So I'll go back up. This time I'll go straight across the top to the top of what we're going to call track 3, which is going to be the start of Stonewall, and then we're going to go left into Bevans Berms. So I'll see you in a second on the top of the track. Okay, so we're back on that top trail, and instead of going left into Darkwood, which are probably 2 of the least used trails, and you can tell that by the condition, we're going to stay across the top and drop into Stonewall, and this is the tricky route section. Oh my god, that's a nightmare. Come on. I usually go low. I'm having a bit of a mental block on that today, but that one catches everyone. So on the left is the top of the push-up track, which we'll be doing in a minute, and on the right we've got Chute, that will come after. Big upturn tree, entrance into Stonewall, and then Stonewall splits left into Bevans Berms. I'm calling it that because I created it in part. You've had a few little camp outs up here. or you carry on and stay on Stonewall. Oh, nice little rock garden, skills area to test your balance. A little bit of a gear grinder this for me. Yep. Yep. Come on, cassette. Don't fail me now. So basically at the top of the middle of Stonewall. Whew. That's where we split in two. So main line and not quite a new line, but a line that's been there for a while, and then I finished off. So Bevans, Berms, let's have you, both come out at the bottom at the same point. Get my breathing sorted. It's a bit tight and a bit slippy. Slide it back around. Little drop. Come on. Use the berms. Little hip there if you want it. Straight through. Catch berm is now getting bigger and better. Same there. And same here, and drop down onto the bottom fire road. Sorry, middle fire road. That's down into Bermalicious, and that's the bottom of Stonewall. So we go back up, we'll push up the steep uphill, we'll come down Stonewall, and we'll drop straight into Bermalicious. But we'll have a little pedal back this way, and given my gears, we'll push up the steep uphill. Okay, we'll see you back at the top of Stonewall part 2. Okay, back at the middle section of Stonewall. This time we're going to go straight on and stay on the main line. This is more of a flow trail. Manning Carpenter, when she did it on the All Right But film, rode up that Stonewall as it should be done. Not quite there yet myself. Come around, forget that Strava line, boys. Come around. Oh, they're really digging in by there now. We're going to drop straight into Bermalicious. Put your foot right. And a favourite. Straight through. And get these bends. Come around. And come high. Get around there. Get the wheel over that, watch a tree. Get up high. Slide the back around. Oh, it's nice when it goes well. Don't know if that's the fastest line, come high. Oh, you're getting a bit bounced off. Over the roots. Again. Good tight berm. And just be careful with joining the walking track at the bottom, and just slow it down. Nice. Woohoo! And that's the bottom of Bermalicious. So right at the very bottom, that takes you back to Warren Drive, Princess Avenue area of Caerphilly, and this shoots you back up. So what we'll do, I'll just show you this climb. I'll speed it up so you haven't got to endure all of it, but I'll take us back to the start of, or rather to the end of where Chute is about to come out. you know which way you're going. Okay, we're at the junction where that's where the path continues. Another 500 yards. You're at the bottom of Bomb Hole, the top of Bermalicious. Do another loop, or you can carry on up dry riverbed to the very top in the car park. I'm going to be coming down this one next, which is Chute. So 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth trail if you like. And you can push up this way to the right up the route, so we're going to push up, and then our next couple of trails morning are going to be off to the left, where we're going to be over in this area, so for 2 more tracks. So let's push up, and it's basically to the top of Bomb Holes again. Sorry, top of Stonewall. Confusing you with Drayton. The top of Stonewall, and then we'll come down Chute. So I'll see you up there. Over the top route, Stonewall goes that way. We're going to go right between these 2 trees into Chute. Again, another flow trail. You've got a nice little rock roll to start with. You can ride round it if you don't want to do that bit, but it's a good way to start. Another sort of flow trail really. On the brakes a fair bit, mind. Up and around, there's a few options on this bomb hole, but I think up and around is how it was meant to be. Catch yourself there, a couple of quick bomb holes, off camber, and a pedal out to where we were just now. A little drop or roll to you. Watch any walkers if you're coming out there. And we're back to where we were. So either again back up there to Bermalicious, bottom of Stonewall, carry on up riverbed, carry on back down again. This time we're going to come this way, and this is going to take us to the top of the trailhead for here's our entrance. So carry on up there to the T-junction with Mountain Road, opposite the golf course and the care home. So let's get saddled up. Go. Slippery Nipple into ladies only. See if he pulls up his name. Usually this is the wettest part of the mountain, so the roots, the rocks, everything wants to kick you off. Somebody's tried to Strava line that, but you know, I prefer to take the bends. Around there. Through there, try and keep control, he says. I think I'm thinking about this one too much. Try and keep right. I'm just gonna slip down and roll down that one rather than try and bounce off. A couple of lines coming up here, straight down there, so you can go to the left and it's a bit easier. Come straight, just to carry a bit more speed. There's the harder line. Get a bit of a kick over there. Oh yeah. Come to the left, carry speed. Oh, the bike didn't like that G out. It's only a 140 travel on 26 wheels, but it's enjoying it. Come into the bommel, carry it round off camber, get that outside pedal down, come high, see what we're like today. Yes. Try and stay in that groove without losing your front, control the speed over these compressions. Oh, it's hard to talk while you're doing this. Little hip jump away, and oh gosh, that's definitely the steepiest, techiest, I would say hardest in the Warren, probably this side of Drython. First time I did that was on a wet October night with the Bike Shreds group, and yeah, I question why I was out. It scared the life out of me, but it's good fun, and I'm sure people do that a lot quicker than that. Tim's joystick comes out on this trail around in there, so we'll just cross this little brook, get back up on that fire road and push up that same access road, and let's just get up here so you can see where we are. Meant to be a locals guide too, and I know in the comments a lot of people have said, well, great trails, but how do you get to them? I don't use Strava, so no point looking on there really, or rather I use it occasionally just for mileage and stuff. But let's have a look. So back out on this fire road, if you like, up there to where we just came from, and we cycle back along there to get back onto the bottom of Coal Chute, carrying up riverbed to the car park and the snack shack. So I'm going to push up here again, and I'll see you at the top of Tim's joystick. At the top of Tim's joystick, as I say, this is probably the least ridden trail on the mountain, and I think somebody's done a little bit of work to it. It's a little tight, you're going to try and get a little bit of flow if you can find it. Little ramp jumps. What's that ram? There is a new little ramp jump that's appeared by here, but leave that for when we're with the boys. Looks like it's going to choke you up a bit. Alright, we'll go right. There we go, rejoin. As things are, a few of the dog walkers have started venturing onto the least used trails, I guess. This time we come around to the right, I can't quite squeeze through there, and he's a bit too big of a tree to do anything about it. So this is where it gets a bit, as you can see, less used. You can go down that way, or get yourself trail skills. Woohoo! Get yourself around and down. Come on, Russ. And you can go round to the left. Oh, straight down, which is a bit more committed. And that's pretty much him. Short and sharp. I think it's one of those, if you're up there, you might do slip nipple and ladies only, because you kind of get more for your money. But if you're in the area, you might as well have a bit of variety and do a couple. But as I say, that's probably the least used. Short and sharp, and we're trying to bring it back to life. So we're back at the little brook crossing. That's the bottom of ladies only. Nice and quiet in here. So, one last track to show you. Again, a bit of a, not a secret one, but one that's less used. Owens. That's kind of at the top of the riverbed on the right. So I'll have a little pedal up there and we'll catch you at the entrance. See you in a minute. Okay, so we're kind of 3/4 of the way up the dry riverbed. Another 100 or so yards up there to the top of the trails. As I pointed earlier, we're going to turn right here at this sort of triangle shape, kind of a donut roundabout if you like. So let's get in here, a little bit of a pedal before the little bit of downhill. Or walked, hopefully. Just give it a wipe in case as we come up here. I'm sure we come around to the left. If we go past this big tree, we want to go right into these trees. Now it's a route, there's lots of berms, roots, bits of it are off camber, and you can pump for speed, but if you hit the compressions wrong, it'll have you bucking and weaving, so you can't take too much speed, he says. So just keep looking up, waiting that outside pedal. I'm trying not to use the brakes too much when it's awkward. I'm also remembering, and in the words of Ant Middleton, first man in. You know, that's the thing when you're riding on your own. Nice little pop off that one. Comes down and around. There was a little double here that they've kind of filled in a bit. Little berms to get us down the bottom, and then straight over and drop into this new little ending, which is a nice off camber, bit of exposure a bit further down, but it does finish the trail lovely. It drops you right at the top of Caerphilly town. There's a bit of exposure. Don't want to bend too tight. Through the trees, down and around, let it go. Nice. And down onto the water's path. Oh, brings you right out onto the top of, or halfway up Mountain Road on the Caerphilly town side, and what we used to call the old doctor's house. So this route will take you back up and around, and you join the bottom of the dry riverbed, so you can join back in. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, thank you for joining me today. I appreciate your company. Please leave some comments. What's your favourite trail? Which ones have you ridden? Which ones do you want to ride? I'll try and put a list in the comments, in the description rather, as to what each of the trails were called on this one, because they are all named, just to make it a bit easier. But you know, because of your comments previously, I've tried to make it more obvious as to where the start of the trailheads are, and to make it that bit of, more fun to come up and ride. But I hope you're enjoying it. If you are, please give it a like. It'd be great if you share it, and awesome if you subscribe and support the channel. We are growing and it's getting better. We've got a few more of this series of A Local's Guide 2 coming out, and we're starting to start building on that. But it's been brilliant fun. It rained last night, so the dirt was nice and grippy, but it's been what, an hour and a half just blasting those 9-10 trails. So this area can combine out to Forest Ganol and Forest Vow, equally the Rudry Ridge, Rudry, Van Road, Drythan, all within 15-20 minute pedal of each other, so you can make a full day and you can swap and change. But anyway guys, thanks for joining me. Happy days, keep riding those blue sky trails. Until the next one.